day 2 of GrandCon, we stopped by Wolfgang's Kitchen Counter, which is a little small, kind of almost like a quick service restaurant in the lobby of the Amway. Just got down to the hall, took a quick look around, sitting down, gonna have some food, and we're watching Carl and Buddy play Earth.
I can't even creep in.
Yeah, Jen's here too.
Hi.
We just went to the OFBG meetup, got to hang out with them, listen to them talk about some of the new games that they're loving right now. And now we are getting ready to head to Brick and Porter. I hope I'm not super close.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. Awesome. I'm this way, so I'll see you later. Good meeting you.
See you, Dan. so we've almost made it to the end of the day too. We'll see. We got a little bit later start today, which tends to happen when I'm doing the convention vlogs. I usually spend the morning editing and getting that uploaded, and then head down to the convention. So I think it was probably around noon that we ended up getting down there.
Yep.
Stopped by the kitchen counter, which is kind of the counter service portion of the Wolfgang Puck restaurant here in the Amway. Much better food than in the concession, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The concession food at DeVos Place is not very good. But the food at the kitchen counter was great. Met up with my buddy Dan Yule, who is he's our GM for Myths and Mayhem. So if you're not familiar with that, I join a couple of Twitch streamers every week when we have a campaign going to play D&D live on Twitch. So check that out over on Orin and Kylaris, or I believe the Twitch channel is just called Orin, Orrinn. Go check that out. It's a ton of fun. Everything's pretty family friendly there, so you can watch it with your kids, and that's fine. So he met up with us today, so we got to hang out with him for a bit. We played a couple of games, not quite as many as we did yesterday, but we played some longer games today. Plus we lost a little bit of time due to dinner and some seminars and things. So first game we played today was Vivarium. This was one that I really didn't know anything about, but it was a pretty fun set collection game, kind of open drafting set collection type of game. Really pretty artwork.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what else really was. Oh, that's what it was. The drafting mechanism was what was kind of neat about it, because you have these basically domino pieces, and you're going to swap one out for one that's in the center of the table and make some combination of those numbers, and that's going to determine where from the grid you get to draft your card from. So it does kind of restrict you in some ways on what cards you get to take. I thought it was pretty clever, so that one was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Then we broke out an old game that we haven't played in a very long time, Roll for the Galaxy. I think I'm still Team Race for the Galaxy, but I do appreciate how fast Roll for the Galaxy can play.
Once you have it down. Took a while to get going, and then after a couple rounds, then it was like, oh yeah, we're real fast now.
Then we started being able to do things more simultaneously. First couple rounds was just remembering how everything works. Let's see. Then we played Moving Wild. This is our second time playing this. It's an Oink game. I believe it's new this year, but don't quote me on that. But that's also a drafting game. This one's a closed drafting game where we're going to pass a hand of cards around, pick one card. Super restrictive as far as you have to put certain animals in certain habitats, and you have to fill up all of your habitats or you suffer a penalty. So the first couple of rounds, usually you're taking quite a few penalty points, but then towards the end it starts to ramp up. You start scoring more and more points. Or if you're good at it, you do. If you're like me, you end up with next to no points. So that was fun despite losing terribly. Let's see. Then we went to the Our Family Plays Games meetup. I got to sit and hang out with Mick and Starla for a bit. That was fun. They talked about some of their favorite games from this year, and took some questions from the audience. Did a board game raffle, did a giveaway, and then took some pictures with folks and stuff. So that was fun. Always fun to hang out with them. Then we went to dinner. We went out to Brick and Porter, which if you saw my recommendations, you know that they have some really cool burgers. Now, I had the Triple B, which is a burger with bacon and Boursin cheese. Super good. I remembered getting that last year when we were down here, so I knew I wanted to get that again. You got something that I guess almost burned your face off.
It almost burned my face off. I didn't realize it was going to be spicy. It had the Gianara, I don't know how to say that.
I don't remember.
It's like pickled vegetables, but anytime I've had them, they've not been spicy. Well, on this sandwich, they were very spicy, and I was unprepared.
Yeah.
And
She said it was one of the most, like one of the spiciest things she's ever eaten. But you powered through.
I powered through.
I tried.
I almost finished the whole sandwich.
I tried taking it from you. And got a couple drinks while we were down there too.
Yeah. I had a really good strawberry nitro beer.
Do you remember where it was from?
No.
I don't remember the name of the brewery, but it was someplace from Minnesota, I believe. But I had it was a hazy IPA, which I tend to like. Really good summer beers, in my opinion. And then when we got back to the hall, we played the Fox Experiment. We tried to play Wormspan, but they didn't have it in the library at the time. Somebody must have had it checked out, because we were talking about playing it earlier. We haven't had a chance to play it yet, and Buddy's never played Wingspan. So we went with the Fox Experiment, because that was another one that's been on my list of games that I've wanted to play for quite a while. We've almost picked it up several times.
Yeah.
And they had the nice Kickstarter edition in the library, so that was cool. Really fun game. I liked it. It was pretty clear. I liked how, as you're basically breeding these foxes, you're making them better, but then they go out into like a shared pool for everybody to pick from to use later on, which was neat. Cool combos of ways to score. I didn't do particularly well at research, but I did pretty well with the patron scoring. So there are a couple of different avenues you could take to score points that all seem fairly balanced, I think. I can't really speak to the balance, I guess, this early, but it seems like you can take multiple paths and still be competitive.
Yeah.
Which is good. That one I would consider picking that one up, I think. Now we've come back up to the room. So in the Amway, they do have a open all night meeting room in the lower level, where they have tables set up, folks can come in and game all night if they want to. So I might pop down there for a bit. I did talk to Mick from Our Family Plays Games about possibly teaching him Pass, if we can find enough players to get a game of that going. Do you know if you're coming with or not?
I don't know. I'm so tired. It's after midnight. I have to wake up early to pick up our girls. I'm pretty zonked.
Yeah, I think if I go down there, that might be the only game I end up playing down there, just because I'm gonna have to get up early too to edit the vlog and everything. So I really can't be staying up super late either. It's already super late. Later than it is, I guess. So you'll probably see a little bit more footage, but if you do, it might be that, and then the vlog just ends because I've gone to sleep. So I guess I'll take this opportunity to say goodbye.